This is a little bit lower than the other one. I like it though.
More stable.
Yeah, 100%. What's up, guys?
Well,
welcome back to the podcast. Episode 4. 4, because I put up episode 3 even though it had bad audio. So I want to go ahead and apologize in advance. Actually, I want to apologize for 2 things to the fans. Right quick. First off, the audio from the 3rd podcast was crap. I don't know if you've listened to it.
I forgot. I even wrote 3 on here. I was like, well.
Yeah. Now, this is technically episode 4 because we did the episode 3, which was the
future courses.
No, episode 3 was the post round in the car.
Yeah, okay. Yep. I remember. That's why I was like, yes. Yeah, because we did just a little short. Yeah.
So for the people that are watching this, as you can see, we made a little upgrades to the Caddy Shack, like we've been talking about. Managed to get internet out here now, so we got some of our videos going on in the background. So for the people that aren't watching, people that are listening, we got a TV hung here in the Caddy Shack. Well, now we got buffering issues, but we got right on cue. Way to be clutch.
Bother. Out from behind me, you weirdo. That's gonna be terrible in this one. Picks up everything.
Yeah,
so we're good now.
You okay over there? Hey, it worked.
Hi.
What do you know? But like I said, to the people that are listening at home, that weird little gap. We got the TV hung, we got internet, so now we got our Back and Bogeys videos going on in the background while we're filming the podcast. So second thing I wanted to apologize for was the delay in video production over probably the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was genuinely, we were up on our videos, but we did a bunch of recording and we were double feeding audio and we didn't realize it until afterwards that we still were pulling audio from the camera itself plus our Bluetooth mics. So the double feeding, it's only the person that's behind the camera, and of course it was just me and Tyler, so we were trying to film each other and we were banner back and forth the whole 9 yards. Good. They're still on. But yeah, so the actual footage of the person out hitting wasn't bad. The audio there wasn't bad, but there was just too much double feeding audio from the person that was holding the camera that we didn't feel like it was right to kind of put that out. So we ended up having to redo the entire video, which ended up working out in our favor because Ethan ended up coming in.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Oh, yeah. But yeah.
Because we had some good footage.
We did.
We did have good footage. We hit some really good shots.
Yeah.
During those, when we were filming those videos. You hit a 72-degree shot on number, 14.
Yeah.
That turtleback green, you hit that 72 that hit the stick.
Yeah. And
we had it on footage. It really wasn't a good shot because he hit the stick up near the top of the stick.
Yeah, I almost hit the flag, but I definitely hit the stick either way.
And we had it on footage, and the audio was awful, so we can't use it.
No.
So whenever I went in and did the editing process on I tried to salvage what I could, but
you know what might not be a bad idea is mute that and lay over with some sound and use it as TikTok. We could use that video footage. Unless did you already delete it?
I already got rid of it.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
It was a great idea for 20 minutes ago when we were in there. Yeah. Well, never mind.
All the audio because I think we ended up filming 3 videos worth.
Yeah, we were not going to be behind.
Yeah, it was an hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours worth of footage.
Yeah.
Just had to trash. So we're playing catch up. We have been still uploading, but a lot of it's stuff like we talked about whenever we did the podcast. We weren't going to upload on YouTube quite yet. We were going to put it strictly on Bogey Nation. Well, plans fell through, and we needed something to upload.
Luckily enough, Tyler had the older footage.
Yeah, I found some older footage of from whenever I first started playing golf.
Some solo stuff.
Stuff back. It was mainly a bunch of range stuff. I think there's a video of me and Cody from 2015
at the lake,
2016 at the lake. So I was able to kind of scramble to find some footage that I continue to upload for you guys. But
should be back on track now.
We are back on track now. We actually went out where we went and played this morning. We had a 9 o'clock tee time. So yeah, I mean that's really what this episode's about. Just a recap of how we played today. Now, granted, these videos won't come out until next week.
Yeah.
Or if you're listening to this later on, these videos are already out.
Yeah.
But we did film today. I think we got like 4.
And it only ended up being
No, it's 4.
3, because the 4th one we were going to do.
Because it was me and you did 2.
And then the one with...
We did 2 with Ethan. We were going to do 3 with Ethan, but we only did 2. We did the 3-man scramble, and then we did the old clubs.
You're right.
So we got 4 videos.
4
today.
videos.
Yeah, so we were
I was going to say, I thought we'd filmed pretty much all day.
Other than the first 3 holes.
Yeah.
The first and the last 3 holes.
Yeah. Which the last 3 holes I wish we would have got on camera because it was a lot of fun. But,
and it came down to the wire.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess we'll start with that since there's no footage of that battle golf round between me, you, and Ethan.
Yeah.
So we did a 3-hole battle golf that we intended to film, but we were having some technical difficulties with the camera, and so we weren't able to film it, unfortunately. But right out the gates, it was
me and you parred and he bogeyed.
Yeah, I mean we both hit really good tee shots right there on number 16, that little par 3. I think I hit a pitching wedge a little long. I think I was on the back lip.
I hit a 52, left it right on the edge of the
right on the front edge.
Yeah, front edge.
I went back edge, you went front edge.
Yeah.
And Ethan left his tee shot short over in front of the bunker, and then chipped up over there next to me. But a long story short, me and you both ended up. I 2-putted for par, and you 2-putted for par.
Yeah.
So that put me and you tied, and then me and you went into the closest to the pin.
Yep.
And I went the closest to the pin in a putt off. So got some clubs taken. I don't remember which clubs. I think I took your driver.
You immediately took my driver.
Yeah, I took your driver going into the par 5.
Yeah.
And you took Ethan's 4 and 7 iron.
Yep.
Sound right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
after that, as soon as he took my driver, I fell apart. So, yeah, it just the rest of it. There's not anything notable that I did. It was really coming down to Tyler and Ethan, and it was close.
It was neck and neck those last 2 holes because Ethan hit a hellacious drive.
Oh my God!
It was a great drive.
Yeah.
Like hit it, I think carried 300 yards.
Yeah,
because it stuck
in the rough.
Yeah.
He was just. I say in the rough. He was just in the rough.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just off the fairway. If it would have been summertime, normal rollout, he would have probably caught 320, 330. It was pretty cold this morning. It was still cold when he played with us. Yeah. But yeah, he crushed it.
Yeah.
Talked up the whole morning that he couldn't hit his driver. So I didn't take it from him when I had the chance. And yeah.
That backfired.
Yeah. Comes out the gate on the par 5, swinging.
Yeah, because I remember I hit my drive to the right over there near those sand traps on 17 like I usually do. He hit his over to the right but farther than me.
Yeah.
By like 20 yards. And then you hit...
I dribbled mine to the left into the water somehow.
Yeah, you hit your 3-wood into the water.
And then hit again, and I made it up. I don't know.
You hit it up there next to the tree on 17.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a bad second. I mean, it was a worm burner, but it rolled out. It released. Yeah. And then I don't know what you did after that because I was walking over to my ball. So I didn't actually see the shot after that. I saw your hybrid shot that you hit over there, smoked it to the right over there near the bunker.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did after that 3-wood shot because I guess you must have topped the shot with your 3-wood.
And I gained not anything. Yeah. It was a rough hole for you. It was a roller coaster.
You didn't even finish it.
No, I picked up because there was just no point. Yeah.
You were chipping at like your 8th stroke. We were just like,
I was chipping 7, and I was like, "There's no point." I was like, "I'm going to be at 8 regardless."
Yeah, because I'll get into it, but because I hit a 3-wood shot, I hit a nice little low fade.
Yeah.
Right down into the middle of the fairway. And then Ethan
checking the weather.
Ethan hit a 3-wood. Yeah, Ethan hit or his hybrid.
One of them because he was going to hit his 4-iron, but
you took his 4-iron
from him. He was like, "Yeah, I remember." He got out of the car, went to his bag, and he was like, "You bitch! You took my 4-iron." Still didn't matter.
No, he still hit a great, whatever club he hit.
He striped it and put it probably, 10 foot short of the green?
Yeah.
At the bottom of the
hill?
hill?
At the bottom of the hill, yeah. So put the pressure on me. I hit a pretty good, what was I hit? What did I hit after that? I think I hit a pitching wedge. Left it just short.
Mm-hmm.
And then he chipped up, tapped in for par. And I chipped up and had a chance for par, but missed it.
Yeah, because on 18 it came down to...
Me and him were both 1 over.
Yeah, and y'all both tied up.
Yeah, we both ended up tying it up, and it came down to a putt contest.
So since I had absolutely shit the bed, Tyler was like, "Well, how about you pick what for the putting contest?" I was like, "All right." We had the because we did a random club challenge. We had the old Billy Club 5 wood, wherever that's at.
Yeah, that took me in those bags.
I had the Billy Club 5 wood, and it was probably about a 40-foot putt off of the fringe on the putting green. Okay. Okay. I was like, what?
Yeah, I was just making
Is there something on my shirt? So yeah, it was probably close to a 40-foot putt off the fringe across the putting green to the farthest pin, and it was closest to the pin with a 5 wood. And
Ethan choked.
Yeah,
he choked that putt.
He actually caught it somewhat and got loft on it, and it just rolled some and died.
I think he got halfway to the hole.
Yeah, Tyler put it probably 15 foot past him.
Yep.
And just for shits and giggles, I wanted to hit it, so I played it like the entire club way out and
it was every bit of a 30-foot putt.
Yeah, and I hit it and I rolled it 5-6 inches from the hole.
I was about to say you lipped it.
Yeah,
it was like right there.
So fun story. So bouncing. So before Ethan played with us, me and Tyler had a 1v1 stroke play.
Yep. Which we filmed.
Yes.
You have that footage.
Yes. And so before that we did a scramble. And I played like shit. I was topping everything. I could not get off the tee box. It was just absolutely probably one of the worst me golfing.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't go too in depth with it because I still want people to watch the video.
Yeah.
Because this is going to come out before the video.
Oh, before both of those?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I wouldn't go super in depth. It has a really good finish.
Yeah. Either way, we both turned it around. You weren't playing bad, but I absolutely turned it around, played a couple of good holes, and it came down to a putt is really what it came down to.
Mm-hmm.
But
it came down to a putt, and you hit a monster putt.
Almost the same distance, yeah.
Across the green.
Yeah.
It came down to another closest to the pin, and you absolutely...
Yeah, it was probably 30 foot, close to. It's on video. I mean, I hit, plus that other, you've got a front side view that I rolled in.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty nice. Yep. Some decent putts today, which was nice.
Yeah, you were rolling the ball good today.
Yeah.
Like you really were.
I'm starting to get better with my tempo. Tyler will be the first to tell you, and I'll be the first to tell you. After I sunk that shot, he's like, you know what sucks? He's like, you know what pisses me off? He's like, I know you didn't read shit on that green. And I was like, nope, because I just go up there and hit it. Yeah. I mean, I try to get an idea for it, but...
You just go up there and you're like, it breaks a little right to left.
Yeah, I don't really think any more of it than that. And I just send her home. I'm getting a good tempo with the Scotty finally, which is nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, some ups and downs from today.
Oh, yeah.
So... I'll go first. Ups and downs of how I thought I played today.
Okay.
I feel like the upgrade at putter that I made was a good upgrade. I feel like I was rolling the ball pretty well.
Better than you were your Rosa.
Yeah, and even the
Dunlop. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was rolling the ball really well today.
It's a beautiful putter too.
It really we'll get into that here in a second. I want to go through about.
It gives you a lot more confidence when you're standing behind something you think looks good too. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yes. I was rolling the ball really good. That was definitely an up. So what I'll do is I'll do 3 ups from today's round and then 3 things I know I can improve on.
Okay.
Rolling the ball was a plus, for sure. I feel like I was rolling the ball really well. I was confident behind my putter. yeah, just rolling the ball well. It felt good off the face. I felt like I hit my irons really well today.
Mm-hmm.
I did hit a couple fat, but I think a lot of that was my mind. I was
Overcompensating because you're like, I'm in the mud, or I'm in. Yeah.
I know the ground's soft, so I'm really thinking like, don't hit it fat. So what do?
Also, don't scare yourself to hit it thin. So you're
I would rather hit it fat and live to play another day than hit it thin and hit it like 40 yards on the other side of the green. Unplayable.
That's fair.
You know? So, and surprisingly, I feel like I drove the ball pretty well today. I didn't hit any duffs off the tee box.
You had some really beautiful. The fade you're hitting. You're playing it well, and calling like I can't even remember what hole it was. But you were like you were like, I'm just gonna play it over the trees and let it fade back to the middle. Damn sure,
yeah, because I teed it up super high.
Because I even was like, why you teed it up so fucking high? I was like, why are you teeing it up that high?
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah,
and I had to because I was like, if you notice, even in my stance, like I dropped my back shoulder a little bit, like, and I opened up the club face because I was like, I got to get this up over the trees because a dog leg left is like my worst enemy because especially with trees down the left hand side.
It was 7.
It was on the back. It was on the back.
Okay, 7. I feel like you did the same thing, but you played it a little more right.
There was another hole throughout the day. Yeah, you're right. Number 7 was the one.
It's a really nice drive.
Yeah,
but yeah. Anyway,
I hit more fairways today than I have in a long time. Yeah, I can say that confidently.
Oh my God, what was it?
I think I only lost 2 balls today.
13? Was it 13? Crushed that drive down the dogleg right, par 4 over the water.
14.
14.
Yeah.
And then the luckiest break of your fucking life. One of the
luckiest. Oh yeah.
I completely forgot until just now. I'm not going to say shit about it just because you'll see our reaction in the video. That's something
we can talk about because there's no spoiler.
Okay. That. Yeah, there's no. I mean, it didn't make or break or anything like that. But so Tyler hits. It's a 4-iron or 5-iron.
It was during the random bag challenge.
Yeah.
And it was with the Golden Bear 4-iron.
Yeah, and he stripes a 4-iron. And it's beautiful, but we can all tell it's coming up short. And sure enough, he hits the top. He hits like right on the edge of the top of the bulkhead and bounced it up onto the green and rolled it off the edge of the green on the backside. And I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Everybody else, it seemed like 9 times out of 10, you never get that bounce because you're going to get it right just like 2 inches short of the bulkhead and it's going in the water.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason today, I got those extra 2 inches to hit the top. And all 3 of us were like, what? Like, what just happened?
Which I striped that 4-iron pretty well. I feel like I was aimed way too far right. Again, typical.
Yeah.
But
some of my downfalls from today was I feel like I need to work on my. I don't know how any other way to phrase it other than confidence. What I mean by that is, if I play a good hole, don't get over cocky and start over swinging because I do that, and that's why I'm so inconsistent. But also, if I'm playing a bad hole, try to forget about it.
Yeah.
Go on to the next one. Play a little bit more consistent.
You down.
Yeah. Because I'd hit some really good shots. And then I would duff a chip, or something because I'd hit a good shot and I'd be like, all right, I've got this big
swing at it.
Yeah, and then golf will humble you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Another thing, I got to continue to work on my 3-wood and my hybrid.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I didn't even hit my hybrid all that much today. Actually, I don't think I swung it once. I didn't. Because usually if I swing it, I take my head cover off.
You didn't swing it at all.
I didn't swing it at all. And then probably my last thing, definitely, I don't think I feel like I didn't chip the ball that well today.
No.
I really didn't.
I'm not going to lie to
you. Yeah, I really didn't chip the ball that well. I mean, not that I didn't chip it well, it was more or less the fact that I was inconsistent. Like, I didn't hit all that many duffs. Like, I didn't, hit it fat or, but I would hit them too far or I thinned a couple.
Yeah, leaving them short. I feel like it was more rolling it and flying it past the pin.
Yeah.
Just your I don't know. I guess your tempo with that too.
Yeah. It's keeping it's not decelerating.
Yeah.
Which is what I was doing.
It's fair. Yeah.
So those are kind of my ups and downs. I mean, my driver was hitting well, irons, putting the ball really well, but my consistency my consistency on the course, my 3-wood, my hybrid needs some work, and then my wedge game I need some improvement there. So
I will say my ups from today was I think I played surprisingly well with a shit bag.
You're talking about playing the random bag? Yeah.
I think we all played really well. We played better with the random bags than we did our own fucking clubs, which is insane.
And I have a theory on this. I think because
we have a complex that we need to hit these well.
It's like an expectation.
Yeah.
You go to these clubs, there's no expectation. All of us were crushing the ball.
Dude,
with that driver.
A roar driver that's like a 467 cc.
Yeah, like
twice the size of my Max club head.
Yeah,
which is insane because the G425 Max is a pretty large club head. I mean, it's about the same size, but still, that is like 2.
Yeah. And then with a bad grip, with like a senior flex, and we were all striping the ball with it.
Oh my god, I was crushing it.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No,
I just want to piggyback off that a little bit.
It was exciting. It made it enjoyable because, like I said, me playing like shit those first few holes, the front 9 this morning. I say up till about 6 because we started 7, 8, 9. I started picking it up.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then probably 5.
Yeah.
I feel like you played pretty good.
5. I was hitting 3. From 300 yards out. I was hitting 3 from like 305 yards out, and I still only ended up... Yeah.
What hole is it? No, 5 is the par 3.
Oh, I'm thinking... My bad.
You're thinking back 9?
No, it was front 9.
Number 2?
No. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, number 7 was
7.
Yeah.
7 was the beginning of our...
turning it around.
Yeah. 7 was not great, but I think you bogeyed, I doubled, or you doubled, I tripled, something like that. And he was up there way before me, and he even made a comment. He was like, this goes to show, man, anything can happen. And
it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish it.
Fucking A.
Because you fell apart at the beginning of the hole, off the tee boxes and whatnot, and then I fell apart at the back half.
But... yeah, the rest of it was pretty good. I mean, so I feel like playing with the ragged-ass clubs, I can't say ragged because they really are.
I mean, some of them are, but
for their time, they were good clubs.
Yeah.
And they still hit well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we've said before, I mean, if you have a consistent good golf swing, you can swing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we all played really well with that, so I was pretty surprised by that. Me crushing that driver. I was rolling the ball really well today. I feel like my putting is becoming one of my stronger areas, and
I can agree with that.
Which is insane. I did not think that was going to be one of the first things to come around, but switching to a claw grip, and I'm getting more comfortable behind it. My tempo's there, so I'm really. It took a couple of putts this morning because I was like, oh my god, these are playing way slower than I thought. Because it really is kind of hit and miss. Some days you would go out there and they play fast as fuck.
Mm-hmm. And then you got days like today, which it did rain.
It rained all day yesterday. Which I should have known. When you're rolling the ball and it's leaving a trail behind it, it's kind of like...
But some holes, so like on...
12? No, not 12.
1, 2... 1 played slow.
Yeah.
2 played slow. 3 played fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we both had the drop, and then you hit yours. I don't remember where your shot went. I remember I hit mine just
probably
short.
nowhere good, knowing it was number 2.
Yeah. But then I remember you hitting a putt, and it just flew past the hole.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? Yeah. Now, this was all off camera. We were just taking 3 holes to warm up.
Yeah, so anytime, whenever we go out and film, we give ourselves a warm-up period.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather warm up on the course than warm up on the range. Because no offense to the range at the Pines, but we can't hit any of our long stuff there.
No.
Because it's a 200-yard max. Yeah. So we can't hit any of our long stuff. So we take the first 3 holes to warm up. So 9 times out of 10, the reason why y'all don't see hole number 1, 2, or 3 on the videos is because we're using those as our warm-up holes before we film. Now, we might decide, hey, we're going to go out there and film just flat out cold just for y'all to see, but it ain't pretty.
I don't know. No, we both had great drives on number 1 because I laid mine right up there on the left side by the trees, and you had yours.
That was your second drive.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We won't talk about that. It was a breakfast ball.
Yeah. No, your first one went up there, hit the trees, and went over there to the bunk. Because remember, I found like 4 balls over there on number 9 or number 18.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, because I was like, man, it's so nice being the first ones out here. We get to find all the stuff from the drunks from the night before. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like playing with the old clubs, I feel like was an up for today. Me rolling the ball is a huge up. I mean, that's great. As long as I can get to the green, as long as I can get behind the putter and do what I've been doing, I can really turn a lot of shit around. I don't know, man. I mean, it was kind of...
You can keep talking.
It was kind of hit and miss. Some of my inconsistency, which is, I don't know. I hit some really good drives today, but only a couple were with my driver. Like
I don't want this to sound bad. You hit more bad drives than you did good drives today.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I think driving the ball was really a down for you today.
I will say an up for me today was the only time I only hit long irons, like a 4-iron, like twice today. But I hit them both.
You made solid contact.
Both of them, which has been a huge struggle for me. I cannot hit my long irons. And now we'll go to the downs.
Well, okay, so before he gets into the downs,
yeah,
I was hoping he'd mention this and he didn't. I think a big up for you today, now this is just my opinion, is your change that you made in your wedges around the greens.
Yes.
That was a big plus for you today.
Yeah. I rely heavily on... Those of you that are listening can't see, but the Titleist SMA blacked out vokey. I love that 56 degree, and I'm really solid, and you will not see that in any of the content that we filmed today, which is going to be sporadically, dropped, so it's not going to be, all in sync. But either way, all the footage we've had today, but in the past, before today,
when the ground's not super soggy, you stripe it. Sure.
Anything 80 to under $110, I can put it on the green and stop it in place. Anything around the green, which I've gotten so comfortable using it so much that I'm using it for my chipping around the green. And don't get me wrong, it could work. It just doesn't, and it works for a lot of people. It just doesn't work for me. It's rolling out and releasing way too much. I'm not getting any spin on it to be able to slow it down or stop it. I just don't feel like I have the distance to actually be able to work with where I'm at with my swing and my comfortability. So me and Tyler were talking, and he was like, you should probably start hitting your approach wedge and your 52 a little more around the green. And I hit that one par 3 that we played with Ethan, I hit 52, which I never hit 52, and I stuck it right on the green. The approach wedge.
Sorry, the main reason I was mentioning that is because you do get a lot of release out of your 56, which isn't a bad thing. The release isn't the issue. It's the fact that you have to hit that 56 absolutely just right.
Yeah. And
you have to carry it to the green for it to release.
Yeah.
And there's so many times where you would hit that and it would hit the rough before the green and then just die.
Stop.
Whereas with your approach wedge, you have less loft. So even if it hits that rough,
it's still
going to release out of that rough.
I feel like the other issue with me around the green with my 56 is I always hit it right to the stick. I've had instances where I will put the ball,
almost dunk it.
Yeah, within a foot of the hole, but then it's releasing and rolling out, and then I've got, a 15-foot putt uphill or downhill. It always ends up being, something ridiculous with a slide or break, But yeah, the wedges was definitely
You were about to get into something, and I want to remind you of it so you can tell it, because you were about to tell a story about an approach wedge, and I think I know what shot you're about to talk about.
Oh, God.
Number 7, your duck hook drive.
Oh, my God. Yes. Okay, so...
because you mentioned your approach wedge, and I thought that's what you were about to get at.
Yeah, that was a huge plus. And the only reason I pulled it is because, like I said, me and Tyler were talking, and he was like, you need to use your approach wedge more. Otherwise, I have a $200 club that I haven't touched and don't ever use. And at that point, it's just taking up a slot in my bag, and I should get rid of it and get a 5-wood or something. But I hit. It wasn't a shitty drive. It was just, I don't know. It was pretty fucked up. I mean,
it was a duck hook for sure. Like you were aiming at the middle of the fairway, and you pushed out through the ball, gave it terrible side spin, and I mean it probably went 40 yards straight, and then just
cut
beeline left to the other fairway.
But it gave me enough of a look where I wasn't behind trees or anything like that. So I went out there.
You got some good distance on it.
Yeah, I think I had like 115, but it was playing uphill, and I hit an approach wedge and stuck it right on the green.
And it held it.
Yeah,
which is something that you don't do.
Yeah, I mean, it hit and stuck. And I walked back over to Tyler because he was filming from the path. And now this is coming off of me doing like a triple bogey.
This was when your game turned around.
Yeah, this was coming
this
off
turned your game around.
Yeah, this was coming off of me hitting like a triple bogey on, that was 7. The triple bogey was 7 because this was 8.
You're right on number 8.
Yeah.
You're right.
This is coming off of me hitting, I was hitting 3 from 300 yards out and ended up triple bogeying on like was it a par 5?
Par 4.
Par 4, okay.
It's a long par 4.
Long par 4. But yeah, I triple bogeyed and got out, hit my drive, hit my approach wedge, and stuck it on the green. Tyler ended up parring.
Yeah, I parred it. Like I played that hole pretty well.
I
birdied. Had a good drive. Yeah.
And I birdied. The only birdie of the day, but I mean, I couldn't have played it any better from a shit drive. I absolutely stuck.
And that's a great achievement, not only for Kevin, but for the channel as well, because it's the first birdie we have on camera.
Hey, I didn't even think about that.
First birdie on camera for us. That's not like a.
Oh, we were both. I mean, the excitement from you had me pumped. He was like, nice. I was like, oh my God, I needed that.
Yeah. So I want to go ahead and apologize too, because after he makes the putt, like the camera's like freaking out because I'm just like, I'm pumped. I'm like, we're playing against each other, 1v1 stroke play, super competitive, but knowing that we're like partners in this whole thing, and
you want to see each other do good.
I was cheering for him. I was like, because that was not an easy putt.
No, it had a nice break.
It was like 15 to 17 foot. Like, no, it was longer than that. It was probably about 20 feet.
Yeah,
honestly.
And it was a
uphill,
hard break
from right to left.
But it almost fucked me. But this is where my tempo and me rolling the ball well has come into play. I rolled it right up to the edge of the cup, and it just slowly dropped in.
Let him in through the side.
Yeah, I mean, it was
beautiful. It was a good shot on camera. I mean, as soon as we got back, once Kevin had to go home for a little bit, but then he came back over to my house, and I pulled it instantly. That was like the second shot we pulled up on the footage, because we just wanted to watch it. I was like, I want to see what this looks like.
You had a great camera angle from the other side with the ball rolling too. So
I mean, we slowed it down. We were
doing all sorts of stuff with it.
So I agree with you. I think since you changed over to your claw grip, I feel like that's helped.
And that's insane to me to think that it could be something.
You would have never thought about doing it until I changed it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I used it not as like, because if you notice, I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But I did it to help with my tempo.
Yeah.
Because
you're good. Almighty.
You're good.
Am I still on? Yeah. You good.
Okay. Yeah. So I changed it to that claw grip because before I changed it over, I was putting everything super long.
Yeah.
I was so inconsistent with my tempo. I could not gauge the speed of the greens. So I went to that claw grip because I couldn't over squeeze the handle. Like I couldn't over grip it and be tense.
Yeah.
You have to be loose.
You can only pinch so hard. Yeah.
You have to be loose while you're doing that. So I've had to train myself to have a looser grip with my putter.
Yeah.
And now that I've trained myself to do that, I can change my grip back to a regular grip.
I don't think I will change back. I don't think I need to.
I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah.
That was something that I just chose to do. I was like, I'm going to start trying, without it. And I've noticed my tempo's about the same.
Yeah.
I don't ever fly anything anymore.
That's fair.
If I do, it's within gimme range.
Yeah.
I put it right there close.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I put it right there next to the damn lip. It's stupid how many little putts I push to the right or just push to the left.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
Makes me so, I hate straight putts. Give me a 30-foot breaker from a mile away, and I'll get it close. But
Yeah.
a straight putt from like 7 feet, missing it every time.
Yeah. But those were good ups. As far as the downs, though, for the day, my consistency. I mean, and my biggest thing is, and I don't know why, I play, and anyone that's played with us that's been on the channel, and I know we've played with people that have seen videos and stuff like that, and you know, it's like, hey, you need to do this different, or hey, you should probably do this different. But then we play off camera, and I mean, I'm shooting within 5 strokes of you or whoever we're playing with. I mean, I think I play fairly well for the most part off camera. I don't know why getting behind the camera, I'm like, and I don't. It's crazy to me because I don't even feel like I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
But something I'm doing, like, how many times did I pull my head up and top a ball?
Oh, I can't even count.
I mean, I'd be rich if I had $1 for every time I topped a ball. And as soon as I'd swing, I would literally turn around and look at Tyler and be like, I pulled my head up again. Like, and I don't know why I'm doing it.
It wasn't until that was you told me that on number 7.
No, yeah, 7, because that's what I kept topping the ball.
Yeah, that was on number 7 whenever you said that, and you didn't really. You were like, I don't think you said anything again until
the back 9,
number 15.
Yeah.
So we played 8 holes.
I was like, I'm pulling my head up
and
again.
then you were like, I'm still pulling my head up, and I haven't done nothing to change
yeah,
it.
yeah. So the consistency and that aspect. My hybrid and my 3-wood, I cannot get them under control. Now, I will say on 18, I absolutely striped my hybrid, the 4 hybrid, because he took my driver, and I know I can't hit my 3-wood. And, of course, I have to hit it like 200 yards to carry the water, and I barely just hit it. I hit it just too much right, and I missed the bank by probably a foot.
And that's what we were talking about. It's like 99% of the time, you're going to miss it by that foot. But 3 holes before that, I managed to just barely get it over. Like,
but that's also one of the nicest hybrid shots I've made.
Oh,
especially, you know,
I
off
wouldn't
the tee box.
necessarily be nicest because
we were playing on an elevated green, so it looked like it had more loft than it probably did.
And there's a couple of times you've hit. I remember there was one time where you whipped your hybrid out on that long par 3 when we were playing from the tips, and you put it within like 7 feet of the pin.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
probably the nicest hybrid shot I've ever seen.
100%.
Yeah. Number 13 or 12 or whatever that little par 3 is. We were playing from the tips.
Yeah.
And you hit the hybrid. And I thought it was going to go in.
Yeah.
It was right on line with the stick.
That would have
didn't move at all. Hit that front lip.
Yep. Because
it's all the greens out there, which we don't give the pines credit for. We always talk about Beechwood as being a bunch of turtleback greens. Think about how many turtlebacks they have out at the pines.
Yeah, that's true. And they might not be huge turtlebacks, but it's still they're enough that if you're stuck on that hill or right at the bottom, it is a struggle getting up onto the green.
Every single green is elevated.
Yeah. Yeah, well, not every one of them. There's
we'll talk our way through it here. Number 1, elevated.
Yes.
Number 2
is
not elevated.
That's the first one I was thought
number 2 is not. So but it's not downhill.
There is a lot of elevated greens, but you've got to think like 6 isn't elevated. The par 4 dogleg right over the water. 4 isn't elevated. The par 5 dogleg left.
Okay, yeah. So 1,
but the par 3 in between them is
1, 3, 5, 7.
You seeing a pattern here?
8.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, 8.
9. Slightly elevated.
9's not elevated. You play from an elevated tee.
Yeah. No, the green is elevated. You get down there. You get down there at the bottom.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is elevated.
Probably 3-4 foot.
Yeah.
It is not crazy. But
it's not as crazy as some of them.
Yeah.
So 9's elevated. 10's elevated.
Yeah, slightly.
11 is definitely elevated. That's the one where if you hit it right up there next to that lip, there's trouble.
11's the little like small island.
Yeah, drivable.
12
elevated.
13
no, not elevated. 14
is
not elevated.
No, I don't think so.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Slightly, depending on where you're at. Because the fairway, it's level with the fairway whenever you first come off the tee box. But if you get down there to the right,
Yeah, that's fair.
over there on the other side of the sand traps, if you're hitting from down there, it is elevated.
Yeah. And then pretty much everything after that, I think, is elevated.
Except for the little par 3. The little short par 3 is not.
Which one?
The 111? It's not elevated from the tee boxes.
Yeah, but once again.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
but yeah, I mean, there's a handful.
They're like gullies,
yeah.
you know.
So there's probably 5 holes out there that aren't elevated.
Yeah, that's fair.
So 13 elevated greens.
Yeah.
That are all turtle back. Like if you go off the back, you're going off the back.
Oh God, yeah.
There's a couple that go down into the water. There's that one. What is it? Number 14.
Yeah, the island.
Yeah, the drivable.
Yeah.
12, 11. Jesus. Number 11.
We'll get this down. We're gonna have a map of the pines here.
No.
You have the fucking book. We're out here struggling. It's probably right here.
It's in the back of the car.
Oh.
Yeah, number 11. That one where if you hit it to like halfway up the green over on the left, it dips off hard.
Oh my God! It's got that. I mean, but if you catch that, you're going in the water 3/4 of the time. The only reason you'll get saved is if you like putt and fly it.
Or like today, a soggy day.
Yeah.
Where the ball ain't gonna roll through that rough stuff.
Yeah, because I ended up down there.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think my consistency, my wooden hybrid, I really feel like my 56 let me down today more than it did anything. But
yeah, I don't think you hit a good 56 shot today.
No, but that's where the ups with the other wedges came into play. I actually used.
You hit your 52 very well.
Yeah.
You hit, and sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes whenever you're hitting on a softer ground, you need a little bit more loft.
Yeah.
Or a little bit less loft.
Yeah.
Because the more loft you have, the more chance you have of hitting it fat.
Yeah.
And if you hit it fat on a soggy
Blading
day,
the shit
you're gonna have a beaver tail as long as Maryland.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
But that's definitely my 3 ups and 3 downs. I mean, overall though, it was a great day. And I think I will say one of my big ups for today is I didn't let any of the bad shit this morning change my attitude or my mood about the rest of the day golfing.
No.
I feel like I started to get frustrated, but I handled it a lot better than I normally do off camera.
Yeah, so you were very upset through 6.
But it wasn't to the point that it was affecting my golf game. I was just playing shitty golf.
And then we took that little break, let the people go through. We filmed the TikTok, went Facebook Live. You know, we kind of, got a little mojo going.
Yeah.
And
brought it right back.
And then you hit the bad tee shot on number.
Oh, I rolled it right
7.
up to the left of the green.
You hit it up onto the fringe of the hole next to us.
But I had to move because they were coming up.
Yeah, and then you top your 3-wood. And then,
but then I striped, I think, my hybrid.
Yeah,
and put it up there by the green.
Those were the last 3 like bad shots you hit. Because after that, I think you were just like, well,
it doesn't matter now.
Yeah. And then after you did that, and you still were only a stroke behind, I think you were like, okay, I'm not as bad a spot as I think I am.
Yeah.
You know.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah. So because you turn around and do that, and then
it's a huge.
And then the birdie, literally the next hole.
Yeah.
Was you and you didn't even hit a good tee shot.
Yeah.
Like you hit a bad tee shot.
Great recovery.
But I think the best shot you hit today out of everything. Now, granted, the 2 hellacious putts that you made today, plus
that approach wedge. Because your ball flight is so low that it's hard for me to believe that you can stick and hold a green. I even told you, you were like, oh, it's on the green. I'm like, there's no way. You were like, it's probably rolled off.
Yeah,
I was like, no, I definitely seen it up there. It stayed. And then you walked up.
I had to walk up and see it because I'm like, Kevin never holds a green from outside of a chip or a pitch shot.
Yeah.
If it's anything outside of like 70 yards, he's not holding it. Because you're a ball flight.
56 every once in a while. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But not with like irons, anything like that. No, ain't no fucking way.
But you did today. So I don't know.
That was big. That was huge.
Yeah.
That was huge. But,
so good round. I mean, we really didn't play that bad. I feel like we played much better than we did last week with Chuck, or the week before that, or 2 weeks before that, whenever we played with Chuck.
Oh my God, we broke 100.
Because
and not in a good way.
I'm glad we didn't film because
I think you shot a 102, Chuck shot like a 104, and I shot like a 105.
It was rough.
It was bad. But you know what's crazy is I really don't feel like we played that bad. because we were whooping. No offense. We were whooping Chuck's ass for the first few holes because he was like, you were like, Chuck, what am I putting you down for, boss man? He's like, I don't fucking know, 8 or 9. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all slowly just fell the fuck apart.
And then we just didn't care anymore.
And then we were just, and then it was just funny. You know, it was just laughable.
What blows my mind is that 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, me and you play, and I shoot like an 88. And then you shot like a 90 or like an 89. It was like within like 1 or 2 strokes.
Yeah.
Maybe even an 87. And I think we both broke 90.
Yeah.
And then the next week we played with Chuck out at Eagle Creek.
102 and 106 or some shit.
No. We shot
at Eagle Creek.
Yeah. Yes. Me and Chuck both shot a 93, and you shot like 98.
Yeah.
Well,
figure it out. It's going to be real confusing, all these weird grunts and noises we make for if they're not watching. If you're listening, Tyler's trying to fix the TV.
Yeah, sorry guys. But we shot me and Chuck tied at like a 93.
Mm-hmm.
You shot like a 98. Week after that, we all shoot triple digits.
Which is insane.
Today, if we would have been counting score, now granted we were doing videos and we were having challenges and stuff like that, but genuinely I felt, just based on how we were playing today, I felt like I broke 90 today.
I don't.
To start the day off, yeah, that killed you, but I feel like I broke 90 today.
Throughout the day, I feel like my ball striking and everything got a lot better. You're good. I just checked it a second ago. When y'all hear us say that, if you're listening, if we're like, yeah, you're good, you're on, we're checking to make sure the mics are still on so we don't have another.
We still have PTSD from episode 1.
It's like, you son of a bitch, you better be putting on.
Yeah. Get some connection, darn it.
Work, damn it.
But I had a blast filming today.
Dude.
We started off, it was just me and you through the first 9, and then we do our putt off, and Ethan comes out and he's like, another video came down to a putt. And
because he came out because he's seen us putting on the putting green. Yeah.
And he was like, another challenge that came down to a putt off, and I was like, yeah. And he was like, y'all got room for a third? And I'm like, come on. So
and he was like, yeah. He's like, I think they're gonna let me play 9, and we're like, dude, fuck yeah, let's get it, man. Yeah. I feel like he opened up a lot more too this time.
Yeah, we saw more of a
Ethan enjoying golf.
Yeah, I think the first time he came on, he didn't really know us. Well, I mean, he did, but he didn't.
Just taking our money in the pro shop and us bullshitting.
Yeah. But he's now played with us. So we text him all the time.
Yeah.
We have a group chat with some of the people that we usually play with to see who can come with us.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think he loosened up a lot today.
Yeah.
And
this is on the same page. I just have to find something.
Okay.
But I'm listening.
So he ended up coming on with us, and that's when we did the mismatch bag. But nice.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, this is the photo montage video.
Welcome, Bogey Nation 2.
Yeah.
Feel like a dick.
That's a great picture. That's a great one. Let's reenact it.
That's it, right there. Is it still buffering?
Sorry to the people that are listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
We're over here being belligerent with our new. We got our new TV and it's hooked up, and we're stoked about it.
Yeah, it's just the little things. I mean, it's not huge improvement. It might not seem like huge improvements to a lot of people, but to us, it really is.
Getting internet out here was huge.
Yeah.
Because now that opens the door for so much stuff.
Like
that
we
opens the door to simulator,
swing training, and
simulator. We were talking about
simulator. The last actual sit-down podcast, we were actually talking about
getting to this stage,
and
getting internet out here. Is it the first? It was number 2, I think.
That we were talking about setting up a simulator. Yeah, it was, because we were talking about making more upgrades and drywall and everything, insulating it and getting to that point. So it's baby steps. I mean, we both work a lot, and our schedules don't necessarily match up, which is another reason that, like today,
there was a delay,
we're trying to pump out as much content as possible, because almost there, get up, keep moving. Bitch, I've been sitting for like an hour now.
Yeah.
Try to tell me what it knows best.
Yeah. He was talking about his watch, by the way.
Yeah, it's not like my wife texted.
He was talking about his watch because these Apple Watches can be smart.
They just start picking up on everything. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's just what.
I don't know what we're talking about. We'll get into the second topic.
Yeah. I am stoked for you. This son of a bitch, of course, he turns around and tells me. He would not tell me on the phone. He's like, you've got to see it in person. He's like, but I'm not going to show you till later. Well, and later meant like today. Like he wasn't going to show me until today.
Like in 15 minutes. Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But then it was, I'm going to show you when I get there. I know he was excited. I mean, everybody gets like that when they get new clubs. It's like, dude, you got to see what I got. Yeah. But yeah, dude, take it away, man. It's all you.
So, I got really lucky. I'll start there. Because I bought some new irons. And the irons that I bought are valued at more than what I paid for. Because they're remakes of some older irons that this brand came out with back in like 2005-ish. Well, they remade them in 2017. They weren't really publicized because in 2017, I think that was still in the RC, may have been M2s by that time. M1s, maybe the M series that just came out. Something like that, around there.
I don't know.
Actually, I looked into it. 2017 was the first year of the P790s.
Yeah.
It was 17, 19, 21.
Yeah.
So the 790s were popular. Well, they remade. Well, I guess I just gave it away. They're tailor-mades.
Yeah.
P790s.
We had to play like a couple of fucking high schoolers on the telephone, and him giddy as shit. I'm over here playing 20 questions with his ass while he's driving home from work, like. Because he had told me he was looking at a set of Mizunos, TaylorMades, and Titleists, and they had
and Callaways
and the Callaways. And I'm like, I know you're not going to go Mizuno. Like, I know you're not going to switch it up that much. I don't think you're going to go back to Callaways because you had the Big Berthas and you switched away from them for a reason. But yeah, I was prying all the while. I'm on like Facebook audio with him, and I'm like, all right, so about what year did they come out? And I'm like Googling, trying to figure out what the fuck they are. I'm looking at Played Against Sports' fucking inventory to see if they've updated or not. Couldn't find shit.
So upgraded the bag to TaylorMade rack irons. They're the rack. They're the RAC.
The
CGB irons.
Yeah.
And they're so nice looking. I don't know if you've actually had a chance to like look at them.
I like the milling
milled,
in the back. They're really clean. They're super clean. And I don't know if you're going to say how much you paid for them, but
I'm just going to put it this. I didn't pay, for my wife's sake, I didn't pay all that much. I really didn't.
No.
That's it for a set of irons.
God, no.
Like,
I paid three times more for my putter.
I paid, I think I did the math. I paid 13 times less than Kevin did.
Yeah, well, I spent $1,800, so do the math. Something like that.
Maybe not 13 times.
Yeah. 13 would be a lot.
Yeah.
I was about to say what that would have been, and then
8
it'd be
times.
like,
Yeah, about 8 times less.
Yeah.
Roughly. And the main reason...
Dude, you can't tell me somebody hit a fucking ball with any of those before you bought them.
I bought them used. I bought them pre-owned. They weren't my first choice.
They should have been, and I'm glad they are. Dude, and this is what kills me. They're 2017s, right? Mm-hmm. Look at, and this is big for me because even on like the Vokey and shit like that, like the stickers and everything are starting to curl. Mm-hmm. Dude, it's pristine. Yeah. They're steel shafts, but there's no markings. Yeah. You can still see where it says True Temper, all of that. All of it looks perfect. Yeah. All of it looks absolutely perfect. There's no wear pattern in the grip. There's no wear pattern on the face. Like, I'm
the happy. Only club that we saw any kind of wear pattern on was the pitching wedge, and it was dead in the sweet spot.
Yeah, of course. Somebody's striping a pitching wedge.
So it looks like somebody played with these like maybe twice and then sold them. Yeah. And so they are almost brand spanking new. And the main reason why I bought them is because my pride bothered me. Whenever we would play with whenever me, Kevin, and Chuck played 2 times, and they're up there hitting a 7-iron, and my clubs are not lofted like theirs are, and I have to club up at least 1 or 2 clubs.
You're hitting a 5-iron.
Yeah, because my loft on my 5-iron is the same loft, or on my old 5-iron on the Big Berthas is the same loft as Kevin's 7-iron. So that bothered me. Because he's up there, he's like, oh, I just hit that 7-iron like 170. And I'm like, what?
Or 160 and some change, shit. Yeah, just stripe it. I mean, nasty. That's not consistent, but.
And I would absolutely pure those Big Berthas with a 7-iron, and I'd be 40 yards short. Nice.
I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. So these are actually exactly they're lofted the exact same as some of the newer clubs. So the P790s. That was a big reason why I bought these. Plus, it was down to these or one other set.
Was it the Mizunos?
No, it was the Callaways. It was the Callaway Diablo Edges.
The Diablos,
because those were also lofted the same.
But it came down to the pricing.
They were about the same price. It came down to the clubs that came with it.
Oh, because you got...
The Diablo Edges were 6 through... It was 6, 7, 8, 9. Pitching wedge, approach wedge. Sandwich.
Yeah.
This was 3 through pitch.
And you've been wanting a 3-iron.
I've been wanting a newer 3-iron.
And you got it, because they are hard to find in a lot of newer... In 2017, I really think is when they started phasing out having 3-irons and newer iron sets. I mean, you can find them, but you don't... I mean, like, even with the P790s, they don't have a 3, but you can get the tailor-made P790T or the 2-iron UDI or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But, I mean, that's... I don't know. What are you doing?
Making sure we're still rocking and rolling.
Oh, I was like, are you fucking losing?
No, you're good, you're good.
There's people in that fucking screen. I can see them. They were waving at me the whole time.
Them little people in there behind the camera. You're good, you're good.
Okay.
Second of the 3 things that I did changed in my bag.
Obviously.
Well, no. You shut your mouth.
I'm getting excited for you. I love shit.
Shout out to Chuck. Gave me a great deal. And I know I referenced it earlier in the podcast. Got a new putter in the bag.
And don't let the little bit of wear on the club cover fool you. It's... Oh, my God.
I got it.
I think you bent it.
Did I?
No. Wouldn't that be some shit?
Brand spanking new. Now, granted, the head cover, for the people that are watching, head cover doesn't look brand new. And to the people that are listening, the head cover's got some wear and tear on it, for sure. But
Chuck just had it in his bag to have, because I think he said he wanted
it at a tournament. So he told me that he'd sell it to me for a good price. So we came to a price, and he assured me it had never been hit.
You can tell.
And you can absolutely tell. It is the Ping answer to the Scottsdale TR edition.
Blacked out. It is sexy.
It looks great behind the ball. I told myself I wouldn't go back to a blade putter because I was just a mallet fan. I've played one round with it, and I love that putter.
I love the Pistolero grip.
It feels so good off the face. You didn't get a chance to
I still haven't hit it. Yeah. I've never hit it.
Well, I'll let you putt with it some in here.
And you know what's crazy?
What?
Looking at it dead on, you can't see. Look at your wear. Just from putting today, if you look down at it, it's right in the middle.
My wear pattern today?
You can see where you've been hitting the ball. If you look down at the white, get it closer, yeah. Look down at it at an angle.
Yep.
It is a very sexy looking putter. I mean...
Yeah. I'll have to let you putt with it. I didn't even think to offer it. I'm sorry.
No,
it makes me feel like an asshole. But it is my putter, though, so get fucked.
Yeah, it's mine. You can go fuck yourself.
Yep.
Scotty, bitch.
Yeah. And what's crazy is that, so the reason why I didn't really want to go, yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Conrad, get on that.
One of the reasons why I didn't want to go back to a blade is because I tried Kevin Scotty, because I was like, whenever we first started golfing, I was like, man, it's like, you want to get best, get Scotty. He bought a Scotty, and I putted with it. I hated it.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I have the Scotty Cameron Select Squareback, or it's Squareback 2. Yeah. Well, then.
Go ahead and remind everybody every time. But I hated it. I felt like it was short. I didn't like the grip on it. I didn't like the way it felt off the face. That's just me, though. Kevin's coming around with it. He puts really well with it. But what's funny is that 2 of those 3 things that I didn't like, this putter has.
He swore up and down when we got there today. He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "And yours?" He's like, "Your putter's built for like a midget." He was like, "And this one?" He was like, "This one's actually taller." And I was like, "Is it?" We pulled them out, stood them up next to each other. They're the exact same height. He has more of a blade than I do because the square back is wider. His is more of like a Newport 2.
Yep.
Or, the Newport Selects or whatever. And because it's a really thin blade.
Yep.
My square back's actually wider. So he went with more of a blade that's the same height. And you're rolling it so much fucking better.
Yeah, I rolled it so good today.
So good.
So I thought that was kind of funny that I was bad-mouthing and always...
All the shit you didn't like is the reason
is why I'm putting good. Now, actually, I feel confident behind that putter.
And you also have to realize, too, you putted consistently with it all day today. Every one of your putts was with that. It wasn't just hitting one or two putts here and there with mine.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it takes some time to get...
I really think we need to re-grip your putter.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean,
I think that you need to get rid of that super stroke.
I think I'm going to go back with a thinner grip.
Find a Scotty grip like mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just so fucking expensive. I was going to get one of the Scotty head covers, too, to do the whole thing back to normal. Well, no. But they're like the ones... Like, Kaylee was going to buy me one for Christmas, and she was like $450. I was like, that's what I paid for it. Like, fuck that, dude. Yeah. I don't need a Scotty head cover. Like, no. I've got a putter. I don't need the head cover to prove it.
You could probably buy a Scotty with a head cover for cheaper than it'd be to buy a head cover.
Just about, dude. And so what's crazy is when I bought it, it was supposed to come with a Scotty head cover, but the person that sold it or traded it in to Golf Galaxy never gave them a head cover. And they didn't have any other Scotty Cameron head covers, or at least that's what they said. Yeah. Which you know how that goes. Yeah. I mean, they had more than one Scotty Cameron putter in there. You're going to tell me you didn't have another blade putter cover? Like, come on, dude. Yeah. But I didn't argue it. But yeah, I mean, I've got a nice quality cover now. But yeah, I definitely need to regrip it. The grip is shot. It's falling apart.
Last thing. Kevin's really excited about this. I think Kevin loves my bag more.
Like a goddamn lazy Susan.
So it's the Bag Boy revolver bag. So for the people on camera, they're going to get a glimpse of this. But the people,
did you look at that? Like, I'm just so excited. It's just like it fucking rotates. It's great. It's awesome.
So for the people that aren't at home, it is literally shaped like a regular golf bag. The only difference is that if you notice in regular golf bags, they're more of an oblong shaped.
Almost like a wedge, It starts lower, gets higher.
Mine's perfectly round, and it spins.
It spins.
It spins. There's no rhyme or reason to how you put your clubs in there because whatever you need, you can just spin it to the front and pull it. And
he forgot it did that a lot today.
Yeah. I was constantly looking in the back. I'm like, why is it so hard to get out? And
I do like the ball holder right here.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got some in there. And I know this is so dumb, but what's huge for me is the tee holder right on the front of the bag. I like that. Don't get me wrong, I love my bag, but it's nice. I like that.
I had no intentions to buy a new bag.
No, I know.
I don't need any more
golf bags. I was going to say, obviously, you didn't go in there with the intentions of buying a fucking bag. You've got like 12.
I don't need any more. I mean, I literally have everything I could. Like now, I have the rotator or the revolver,
but I also like these. So the other thing that's really cool that those of you that are listening in can't see, they have these removable clips that actually hold with a slot. You can put your putter.
I put my putter in my wedge.
Yeah. 2 of your clubs you're going to snatch off when you're walking up to the green. You just want to snatch them quick, walk up. You literally just pop them out of this little indent that they snap into and like pop it out, pull it up, and bam, you got it right there. You're not trying to fish it out of the top of your bag. It's just like pop and go, which I think is fucking awesome. It's just, to some people it might be kind of gimmicky. I'm all for it.
Oh, 100%.
I love shit like that.
For our channel,
it's like putting a bottle opener on shit. So of course you're going to, but I love it.
For us who are not pro golfers, who will never be pro golfers, who have no inspirations of being a pro golfer, it's perfect.
It's great. There's no one else out there with a revolver.
Well, there might be, but I don't know them. They were on his damn channel, showing them off. Tyler T-Box / revolver.
Another thing that made me feel really good today, and I just want to throw it out there, is because it made you feel good. You got up there because I smoked my drive on number 9. And Tyler's like, man, he's like, I'm just hoping. I was like, you got it, brother. I was like, you Tyler T-Box. He's like, I don't know why, but I'm pumped now.
That's the first time I heard it used as inspiration. It got me. Oh, I was ready.
You pumped your drive. I mean, you ended up in the trees, but you still had a great look. We both ended up in the water either way. I ended up in the middle of the fairway and somehow shanked my shit into the water.
And he hit second.
And I knew I needed to play it safe, and I still, it was.
He had the lead going into that hole.
It would have never come down to that putt off though, so I'm kind of glad I put it in the water.
But you would have won it outright if you would have hit it in the water.
Oh yeah, he hit it in the water, and I'm like, it's in the fucking bag. Get up there behind it.
And I'm standing there behind him. I'm like, because we're playing against each other, so I'm not going to be like, hey, you should aim more left. Like,
instead of going into the fairway like I was going to, I was trying to go over the water to
in my head. I even told him before, like, I was walking over to my ball. I was like, your next shot is strictly going to be based on how I hit the shot. I was like, if I get on the green and put the heat on you,
you got to go for it.
I was like, you've got to go aggressive. But if I hit this in the water, I was like, because my only play is aggressive. Yeah. I cannot play it safe. So I went aggressive, and I was like, if I hit it in the water, you better aim as far left.
And I was like,
away from the water.
Like, no, I'm going for a pitch, a chip shot, and I'll get a wedge up onto the green, because I can hit my 7-iron up to the green, but I can keep it left of it. Like, it's fine. Yeah.
I hit my 6-iron, got him nervous as crap because it looked beautiful. It was dead on line. It was fading right back towards the hole.
Wow, right in the water.
Hit the side of the bulkhead and down into the water. And I was like,
that's another one of those. Another foot or two would have made a hell of a difference.
Completely different.
I mean,
I do that. Kevin lines up over his ball, going right at the flagstick. I'm like, what are you doing?
Unfortunately, it faded just a hair, and I ended up in just
about hair.
Yeah, I ended up pretty much.
You hit that thing at the damn pro shop.
Yeah,
it wasn't a hair.
Yeah, it was not good. But
it landed in the middle of the pond.
Yeah, it was by the fountain. Yeah, I can't lie to y'all. You're gonna see it. Yeah, it was by the fountain. I think I almost killed a fucking turtle.
Yeah, like it was like I could get it. Like if you went in and like one of them little creep ins right there near the green. No. You know that you push your irons to the right, and you still lined up right at the flag. I was like, what is this? Like, why? Like, you have like you're in a good spot. All you had to do was aim like club down, aim left, chip up, live to play another day. Nope.
Yeah. Why do that when you? Yeah. But on the bright side, though, we did end up dropping for the same, so it's still. Yeah, evened out, which gave you a chance because I
had a better chip shot.
Yeah.
You almost made that putt though.
That's the only thing it came down to was another long ass putt.
At number 9. If I had a long putt, you had an even longer putt.
Yeah.
So if you would have made that putt, you would have won.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been a push, and I came inches.
All you needed was you to make it. You needed to make it, and then if you would have missed it, you would have needed me to miss.
Yeah.
But you missed, I made.
Yeah. But I came, I won't say it was a miss. I mean, like I said, it was within inches. I mean, it was insane.
Oh, watch here.
Excuse me.
Nothing preview. We'll do a Caddyshack video. So,
Kaylee's asking me where a tape measure is. That's dangerous. That means she's doing stuff in the house.
Then let her do it.
But it scares me. I have full faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear that, Kaylee?
She's done great with that.
He has no confidence.
It's not. She watches these.
You should watch more backing bogeys, Kaylee. Stop watching all these videos on how to improve your house. Watch backing bogeys. That goes to all y'all out there. Watch backing bogeys.
Fuck your house.
Yeah. Well, no,
everything else. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Stop what you're doing right now.
Yeah, it's like the last time we had to apologize to the crackheads. Now I gotta apologize because I was like, "Fuck your house."
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't mean it.
Yeah. Kevin's bi-weekly apology. Because our podcasts are bi-weekly.
I was gonna say they're a lot more often. You just don't see them.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to coming up? What?
Just more filming, man. Getting out on the course more often. We played a lot more golf before, and that's another thing. I would really love to see where our games would be if we were still playing like we were before we started filming. of course, we start filming, and our schedules are all over the fucking place. But we were playing. I know you didn't get a chance to every time, but we were playing at least every single weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I was religiously playing every Saturday and Sunday. There were days that you were able to kick out and come and play Saturday and Sunday, or we'd play a long-ass day of golf. We'd play 27 and then go to fucking Knobs Creek and play 9, some crazy shit. Come back here and hit some shots around in the backyard, you know.
We haven't done that in a long time.
Dude, and if we were still golfing as consistently as we were, I would be very curious to see where our golf games would be. But then again, we've also talked about us taking breaks in between us golfing, I think is also a good thing. But to an extent.
Yeah.
Not, a 2.5, 3 week hiatus or some shit. Yeah. But, once a weekend is probably good. But with how consistent we were playing before, I'd be kind of curious to see where we'd be at. But, yeah, I mean, that's really my only goal for coming up.
Here's the dealio, though. We haven't been able to play as much because it's the off season. Prime time golf season is about to kick up.
Yeah, that's true.
Spring's right around the corner.
That's true.
So we're about to start grinding.
Oh, yeah.
Big time grinding.
Oh, yeah.
Big time content. Big time courses.
Yes.
Big time guests.
Go back and look at our last podcast.
Episode 2.
Yeah. Not our last one. Shit. Episode 2. Go watch episode 2. We talk about some courses we want to play within the year. There's some pretty. We are blessed with the courses we have around us. We have some really nice courses out at the beach. We've got some nice courses down south and up north in Virginia that are all reasonable distances that we could play. Plus, we have Pinehurst right here in North Carolina. So we do have some huge plans.
I can go ahead and announce one right now.
Yeah.
May.
Yes.
Backing Bogeys is taking over the Wells Fargo Championship at Quail Hollow in Charlotte. We're not playing, but we are sure as shit going to be out there heckling. We're going to be out there cutting loose. I'm watching some pro golf.
I'm excited.
We're going to be doing some vlogging.
Yep.
Out there.
Yeah, so y'all are definitely going to have to tune in for that. I mean, that's going to be something.
That's huge.
You're probably going to be live on.
We'll be on TikTok. We'll be live, probably live streaming. One of us.
I was going to say you can be on Bogey Nation or backing Bogeys. Probably backing Bogeys.
Yeah, be live streaming while we're filming.
I can be live streaming on TikTok. Yep. Vice versa, jumping back and forth live streaming.
Because we have all week passes. So we're going to be playing some of the courses down in Charlotte because we're not going to go watch every single person hit every single ball at the practice round. We're going to go watch some of the practice rounds. Probably go watch them for about 2 hours, first thing in the morning. And then get us a tee time at a course somewhere close.
Somewhere nice.
And, hey, look.
Hey,
you don't wear the same thing every time.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
It was so the reason he says that is because the last time, so we had to refilm our random club challenge, and it was funny because we were looking back at the footage and I was wearing the exact same outfit. So I was like,
it was really difficult for me to figure out which one was a bad film and which one was a good film. I had to base it on my hat. Yeah, I was wearing the white hat. Yeah. So that's going to be huge for us.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be a whole lot of fun. I feel like we can get it. If we're allowed to film at some of those courses in Charlotte, I feel like we're going to be able to get great footage.
Yeah.
But we know that we can go and film at the PGA. At the
actual
Quail Hollow.
Yeah, Wells Fargo tip. Yeah.
Also, that's going to be the first time we ever step foot or see a PGA Pro course.
Yeah.
That's huge.
I'm stoked. Man.
I am so excited.
I'm
either going to get really excited and be very motivated, or I'm going to go into a deep depression.
Aim for the latter. No. It's gonna be huge, man, and not just for the channel, but for us individually with our aspirations and shit, and stuff we want to do, and this being a huge passion of ours. I mean, that's huge to be able to go and see some of the guys that we look up to in person.
I'm really excited to go watch John Rahm.
Oh,
he is the hottest golfer in golf. He won again. Hi. I didn't mean that the way it sounded, by the way.
Yeah.
As in, he is just,
I know.
He's
on
driving
fire.
The ball right now.
Yeah.
He won again.
Yeah. Shocker.
So
It's fucking rigged.
I'm really excited for that. I feel like that's going to be good for the channel. I feel like that's going to be good for us as golfers, just to be out there around that atmosphere.
And to be able to go see somebody that actually knows what the fuck they're doing. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I mean,
we're figuring this out at this point.
I'm fucking shooting from the hip every time I step into the tee box.
Yeah, I'm hoping we see some people. I'm hoping like Pat Perez is from Richmond. Who knows? What if old Bobby and the crew shows up?
I mean, they show up to a lot of those championships just to be able to do what they do, because that's like grassroots for them. If you go back and watch a lot of original Bob Does Sports, a lot of it is them tailgate parties and shit.
And for the
college,
Bills. Yeah, for the Buffalo Bills.
Fucking, college parties and shit like that. I mean,
when
I've
he
been
was
watching
solo.
Bob Does Sports for a hot minute, since the get up, you know, and like we've talked about before, huge inspiration. Just their energy alone is just, I don't know how you couldn't like them.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like them, I don't like you. I mean, it's just, it's
But you can still follow and like the channel.
You can, you're more than welcome to. Just know.
You make it sound like we got like 1.5 million followers. Like, yeah, he does like you. He just doesn't agree.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. I feel like if you watch them and you're like, I don't like them, it's like, what kind of a person are you? You know what I mean? How do you not like that energy? It's just so wholesome and humble. And
if you haven't heard Joey Colcutt's laugh,
or watch him break a 3-wood,
or clean shaven,
oh my god, yeah,
or Fat Perez.
Oh, and he is goals.
I do want to grow my hair.
You need to get it grown out by then, so if you see him, you can be like, brother!
I've been looking for you my whole life. All right, we're getting a little off topic here.
Yeah.
I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast, guys. I mean, we'll kind of wrap this up.
Yeah, another great time, man. It's been a pleasure being able to sit here and do this again. I had a great day golfing, and I'm excited for you guys to see the content that we have coming out and what we have coming ahead.
And we're actually, the last little thing here, we've actually talked in the past.
Yes.
We're going to try to start branching out so that way y'all get to know us a little bit more personally. What I mean by that is, for those that don't know, Ethan, that plays on our channel, and Kevin both are big fishermen.
That's what I was looking up on Facebook, and I completely forgot to say something, and now I feel like...
we good? Yeah. Okay. So they're big fishermen. So Kevin, Ethan just made Kevin a lure, a homemade lure.
Custom lure. Ethan's Lures on Facebook. I'm pretty sure that's the page.
If not, we'll double check that.
Yeah.
But we'll put it down in the comments below.
Yeah.
We'll put a link down to it with Ethan's permission, of course. But Ethan made you a custom, 100% handmade.
The exact what I wanted, but he made it so much better.
And he hasn't casted it out at all.
No.
So whenever it gets a little bit warmer, the fish, I don't know what fish do because I don't fish. But I guess fish come up to the surface. I guess they dive down deep for the winter.
So I do a lot of largemouth bass fishing here locally.
Fish hibernate.
Do they?
Yeah.
Like bears. So it's been too cold.
They're called beaches.
Beaches. Like it was too cold for you?
It's a mixture of bears and fishes, by the way. Not a female dog.
Just to reiterate that, we're not talking about anybody in particular, nothing like that. No. So I do a lot of largemouth bass fishing here locally, so I had to make me a custom largemouth bass lure. And it's nice. It's got kind of it's heavy enough that you can get a good cast on it, but it won't sink fast. You could play it top water. You could let it sink real slow. It's got a very good action, especially if you want a little more,
little jig in motion.
Yeah,
see, I do know that. I have done some fishing.
Yeah,
I'm just not that
idiot. Like,
look
at you.
Yeah, it's a fish. They put it on a hook.
They hibernate.
Yeah. No,
but,
I have fished. I'm not a huge fan of it. That's just me. Though.
But that's definitely something we want to kind of touch on too. And thank you again, Ethan. I know you'll watch this, I'm sure. So thank you again for that, man. I'm stoked. I can't wait to get out. And hopefully by the time this comes out, I will have already reached out to you with some nice pictures of some nice sized bass.
Yeah. So we're gonna film. Probably. I don't know if we'll be able to film the first cast he does with it, but
I'll wait.
But
we can act like it is.
Yeah.
I gotta do that.
Yeah.
But also, I know we were talking about possibly trying to get some film somehow, some way out at Valahak.
That's literally what I was about
We
to do.
love playing airsoft. And of course,
We're big time airsofters. I got them right over there in the corner of the caddy shack.
With everything, you know, Tyler got me into it. And what do? I had a airsoft rifle that I had, a SEMA, I don't know, but it was a really solid.
You sold it to Cody.
Yeah, I sold it to his brother, Cody, the big guy.
Yep.
But, of course, then I go and buy, like, the top dollar fucking AR, put a suppressor on it, an ACOG, the whole 9 yards, like a jackass. But that bitch rips.
And we only played with it once.
It's been more than once.
It was only once. You bought it right before Cody's birthday. Because you sold him that gun before his birthday.
Motherfucker, it's been twice.
We played back there with it.
Bitch still rips. I mean, I've got that bitch dialed in. It is nice.
Yeah, it is very nice.
Then, so he had his AR, and then he got a sniper rifle, then he got the AK, then he got the shotgun. So
No. You got the order wrong. I got the M4 first.
Yes.
And then I bought the pistol.
The pistol.
And then I bought the sniper. Then I bought the P90.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Then I traded the P90 and the pistol.
Yep.
For the AK.
Yeah.
And then I went and bought another pistol.
Oh yeah, and then I've got the CZP-09 1-to-1 replica for my pistol.
And then you also have a sniper rifle that I bought for you, but you don't want to mention that.
I do. Yes, I still need to get a magazine for it because the magazine that came with it's fucked up. But that bitch, it hits solid. It's nice.
If you don't want it, I'll take it.
No, I do want it.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, I've actually got a custom paint job with my sniper.
Yeah,
that was something we did.
Himself.
Yeah, that was fun. But I'm looking forward to that, getting out on Valahak. Getting some airsoft in. So anybody on here, airsoft fans.
Hey, we're always more than welcome to meet up with people. I mean, like...
I want to turn a 4-iron into an airsoft. Wait a minute. Any takers? Any takers? Any takers? On that note, guys.
I'm going to buy you a top hat so you can put Conrad on your head and run around like that guy with the Minions mask.
Oh, the Minions mask, yep. I was going to say the emojis. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast, guys.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in again.
Episode 4. Big episode. 4. Maybe we might do something special for like episode 50, like next year. if we're still doing this next year, which we should be. But we're loving all the love and support that we're getting. We can't be more thankful for, 100%. Thank you, everybody, for the thoughts and prayers for Kevin. Kevin's getting a whole lot better. I mean, fighting the good battle, my brother.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad your health's in a good spot.
Yeah. It was rough there for a while. So
thank you, everybody, for your thoughts and prayers. It's definitely helping out big time. So
I'm able to come out here and fuck these courses up still.
There it is. Kevin Divots.
Absolutely.
Beaver tails.
Yeah.
So I hope y'all enjoying it. Like I said, I know I probably said that like 4 times.
Hey,
give us a like, give us a subscribe.
Yeah. Go follow us on everything.
Yeah. Whatever you're listening on now, go hop over on the Facebook. We got our Facebook page, Back in Bogeys Golf on Facebook.
Yeah.
We got Bogey Nation, which is a fan page. You have to actually go in there, answer a couple questions, and it'll let you in for some exclusive content.
Yep.
Also, YouTube. Hop over to YouTube. Watch us over there. Back in Bogeys Golf on YouTube.
If you're catching the podcast on YouTube, we also have it on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yep.
Along with a lot of other third-party podcast streaming services, but Spotify and Apple is really, I mean, that's huge for us.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, so you can catch us on Apple or Spotify if you're on here. That way, if you're driving, we both were actually talking about this on the ride home. We like a good podcast. We
mix it up a little bit. I have an hour drive to work every day, so I listen to podcasts more than I do music now because I can only listen to the same music so many times.
Yeah. But
I can listen to the same person talk every day.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but give us some love, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast. End of episode 4.